Hello everyone, welcome to Mindspeak on Herald Global. I am Saimik Sen. Joining us today, a versatile actor, editor, writer, and filmmaker, Mr. Vipin Sharma. Good evening, Mr. Sharma. Thank you so much for taking out this time for us. Welcome to Herald Global.
Thank you, yeah. You're welcome.
Okay, so did you always wanted to become an actor? If I want to begin like that.
Yeah, always. In my childhood, when I was fascinated by television, movies used to come on TV, and I was very fascinated. So yeah, from very early on, I was interested in becoming an actor.
Okay.
Like I used to play with other kids, like the games where I would play a big actor and they'll play a producer, or like making fake phone calls and talking about dates and shots and all that.
Oh, wow. Okay. So you come from a theater background. So how challenging was it in the 80s?
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I often think about this. It's not much of a challenge because you still have to act, whether it's theater or it's film. The only major difference is that, like right now, I'm talking to you. You're very close to me, so my volume automatically becomes like that. If you move away like 10 feet away from me, I'll be like speaking a bit louder and, hey, how so that's the only technical difference. Otherwise, you have to still emote, you have to still believe in what you're doing, you have to still believe in the person you are trying to become, all that stays same. There's not much of a difference, actually. There's live audience in theater, that's for sure. And you can't go back, like in cinema, you can make a mistake, but it's not that you act with that in mind, that okay, I can make a mistake. You try not to make a mistake in any case. So I guess there are a lot of similarities, actually, and few differences. They are more technical than anything else, actually.
Okay, so since we are talking about differences, you have managed to set a very strong foothold in Bollywood on your own. So my question to you is like, how difficult or challenging is it for a new entrant or a new actor who wants to enter Bollywood in today's time? Do you think it is the same challenges or it is different now?
Almost same, like in all professions, like whatever you're doing, you're entering a new profession, there will be a lot of people. I guess the major difference is the number of people that come to Mumbai to become actors.
True.
In comparison to somebody applying for a bank job or, all other professions. I think the number is huge, competition is tough, and, there's a lot of competition. So that way it becomes a bit tough. You have to bring in something original, something that is unique, something that grabs people's attention, producers' eyes, directors notice you and they want to work with you. All that is the main challenge, actually. Yeah, same as anyone else wanting to do anything in life. It's quite similar, actually.
Okay, talking about your journey, from your debut in Ramkrishna Paramahansa for Doordarshan to Bharat Ek Khoj to your association with Chicago Film Festival, how your journey been like for you?
It's been quite interesting, quite different, and at times very difficult. I had quit acting for a very long period of time, almost 10, 12 years. So I kind of came back with Taare, Zameen, and first film was very big, but it became very difficult after that, because there are a lot of things. People want to cliche cast you, like, I had to refuse a lot of work because I didn't want to play the same angry dad and same, kind of characters. I wanted to experiment with different styles of acting, different characters. In that process, I made, I shouldn't say enemies, but, a lot of people were upset that I did, why I'm saying no. But, you have to do those things. So I think in Bollywood, the challenge is more like, how do you make more friends than upset people, because you want to do something different and you have to make them understand that you are not harming them. You don't want to harm them. You are only saying that this is what I want to do. This is where my heart is. That's quite a challenge, actually. A way bigger challenge than staying alive, in the industry as an actor.
So is it it's very challenging in terms of saying no to people in the industry, because the industry, it's moves so fast. So how do you deal with it?
Yeah, you have to make sure that you put your point across and not unnecessarily make someone upset, because often I think maybe I'm wrong. Most of the people, directors, filmmakers think that, this actor will be perfect for this character. And then I don't blame them. They do have a vision about that. But the actor might turn around and say, no, this is not what I want to do. I'm looking for something else in my life at this time. So, that's where the bit of a conflict comes in. And it's the nature of the beast. You can't help it. It's going to happen. You will refuse some, you will accept some, and by accepting some also you could make a mistake. That's not that sure shot that decision you've made is like going to be the perfect decision. So it's kind of both ways in a way.
Okay, so Taare Zameen Pe has been one of the most acclaimed roles of your career. That's what I feel. So how did that happen to you?
A bit of a fluke. I had just come back from abroad, and Amol and I were very good friends. And I got in touch with Amol. He was making Taare Zameen Par at that time. We had just started at the initial phase of casting, and I met him. I initially wasn't in his mind for the father's character, because he had certain other ideas. Amir had certain other ideas. I actually मैंने जबरदस्ती audition लिया था उससे. I told him, let me audition for the father's role. And I later came to know via some of the ADs that my audition was seen by Amir accidentally, and he asked Amol, who is this guy? And Amol told him he's just back. He's from NSD, just back. He hasn't acted in a long time. So Amir said, no, let's cast him. So it's a combination of Amol and Amir that I got cast. And also, I took a huge initiative that I want to audition, knowing that I'm not going to play this character because Amol had told me. I took that initiative. I worked till 3:34 a.m. in the morning for the audition. Oh, wow. I went, and there was nobody. I met one assistant and I requested her, please take my audition. And she said, no, you've done audition for the other characters. This is not for you. But I said, I've requested Amol to do it. So I did it, and luckily that reached Amir, and that's how I was cast. So.
Okay, so from portraying a very strict father in Taare Zameen Pe to a timid character of Balwant in 1920s to Major Masant in Pansin Tomar, how do you manage to bring out such versatile colors on the screen?
It's interesting to kind of think about that, the versatility. I personally think that it's, for me, I don't think that, how do I make this character different? Because if I think, then this might become an obvious thing to be caught by the audiences. So I don't think like that. I think about the character. I try and be as honest as possible. And I guess that's where the versatility, as you're mentioning, comes. For me, it doesn't really, I try to do each character. I try and play each character with my full conviction and my heart and, everything that I can give it to. So that's the only thing I keep an eye on. I never think that I should walk differently. I should maybe speak my lines differently or have a gesture. I don't plan anything. I just go very intuitively. I guess that's what helps to, make every character stand out differently.
So how do you choose those characters? Is there any process in your mind? And how do you prepare for them as well? Is there any kind of a mantra that is there?
I mostly focus on my lines. I mostly focus on what the character is saying, because ultimately that's going to go across. What you're thinking in your mind, people won't be able to read, but what you're saying is immediately has an impact. So there, I try to make a combination of what I am saying and why I am saying. So those two things combined, I think that's what my preparation mostly is. I try to focus on that.
Okay. So you have also ventured into the OTT. So what are your thoughts on the significance of the OTT into this time?
I think it's great. A lot of new talent, a lot of new brilliant actors are coming across. A lot of writers are getting a chance. I even end up writing dialogues for an Amazon series, which should be out next year. So there are a lot of opportunities. And, also it has created a new system. The older system was probably, it's the law of life. It's how things work. New things take shape. Older systems, older beliefs, older ways of doing things turn into some transform. The transformation. OTT for me is pretty much a transformation of a system that was working for many, many years and had started not working for many, many years now. And I guess it's a blessing that everybody is busy, everybody's doing something or the other. And, also the whole system of, I always say, we've had an upside down system in terms of remuneration. A lot of great actors were getting paid very little, and a lot of other actors were getting paid a lot. I'm not saying why they were paid a lot, but it affects, the budget. If more than half or three-quarters of the budget goes to the main actor in the film, then there is very little left for the other to be distributed among other departments, which affects the film in the long run, because the quality of film suffers, because then you get people who will work for less money. You find talent who's, available to you for a lesser charge. And then that's what happens. The quality suffers. So on that front, I think it's actually very nice that there is a bit of a democratic way of distribution of the money, and it's still there are still a lot of issues, but at least there is a new way of doing things now, with the insurance in place, with the contracts in place, with entertainment lawyers coming in. So I guess it's actually very good. It's good. We're going in the right direction. That's what I believe.
Okay, so talking about OTT again, since you have spent so much of time in the industry, the current Bollywood ban is motivating more actors into releasing their content into OTT. So do you think it is affecting the end product somehow?
No, not really. No, I mean, think of it this way. Earlier, there used to be films made and then nobody saw them. I did one film, which was a brilliant story. We shot for about 40 days, 30 days in Jhansi, near Jhansi, and the film never came out. We couldn't finish it. Had it been this time, maybe would have given it out to OTT platforms and it would have gone out. People would have seen it. At least some money would come back to the pockets of the producers. That's what something very brilliant about OTT, actually.
Okay. So can you tell us...
your film is going out.
Okay. So can you tell us more about your directorial ventures?
I made a short film in Goa, which was about 30 minutes long. It had no dialogues. Once I went to Goa during the monsoons, and I loved it. I just fell in love with that Goa during the monsoons. And my idea was that I will make a short film, which will have no dialogue. So I made a film called Missing, which was screened by Mami on the net, which was screened in New York, a festival in Italy, Delhi Yellowstone Film Festival, River to River, all these festivals. It got screened in some festivals, and I'm now trying to do more of that because I love writing, and I'm also a professional editor. Actually, I've edited a lot.
Yes.
So it's kind of combining all those things together, and I want to really give it a try. So I do have a feature script that I am kind of pitching around these days, and hoping that I will be able to direct it soon. Let's see.
Okay.
Fingers crossed.
So, yeah, true. So can you tell us more about your future projects where we can again see you?
I've been fortunately quite during the pandemic. I did a film with Dev Patel, which we shot in Indonesia on an island. We were there during the first pandemic for 5-6 months, and that's in the post right now as we speak in LA. That film should come out very soon. Other than that, I did another web series with Homi Ajanias. It's a new series, not named yet. Then I told you about this Amazon series that I wrote dialogues for. It's called The Girl, tentatively. I don't know what the title might change. And couple of films with Nawaz, a film called Haddi that's now in post. Another film, Tiku Vecheru with Nawaz, again in post.
Okay.
And I was very fortunate to go back again with Raj and DK, who are my favorite directors. I did Guns and Gulabs, which is also in the post right now. So yeah, a lot of good stuff waiting in the wings to come out.
We are waiting.
Hopefully. Thank you.
Okay, so lastly, what would you like to tell the aspiring actors who wants to enter this, the Bollywood? So what are your suggestions for them?
There will be times you will feel that let's leave everything and go back to wherever you want to go back. But just think that it's a fleeting moment. It's like when you quit smoking. you think of smoking, and that thought lasts only a few seconds. I think there is a time like 15 seconds or something like that. So it's let it go. Don't cling to it. Don't start thinking that yeah, that's the right thing to do. Let me go back. Keep going. If your heart is in the right place and you are very honest about things, about acting and staying as an actor in the field, then just stay. No matter what people say. People criticize you. People say, "Oh, he's like that, she's like that." Don't worry. That's how we are. We all have good things to say about each other. We all have bad things to say about each other. But none of should matter, because you should know in your heart that you love doing this and you'll keep going. I think that's just the best.
Oh, wow. Thank you so much. It was lovely talking to you, Mr. Sharma. Thank you so much for taking out this time for us.